Bow with a bada bang, the bang, biggie, 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 set the boogie, the up, chuck the boogie woogie, the chugga woogie, the woogie woogie, the sugar woogie, the boogie woogie, the cugga woogie, the shoulda coulda, the woulda houlda, the tuda woulda. Let me see. Everybody gotta say, hey, let's go live again. Because we'll start with the story of the hour. Breaking news. This kind of hopefully this video will kind of explain everything for us as far as this little THC ban. Let's see what
This morning, new backlash to the spending bill that reopened the federal government. The bill is now set to shut down a key part of the booming hemp industry.
This is the problem with our government. I mean, this is ridiculous.
A last-minute provision to the bill closes a loophole that allowed manufacturers to convert hemp into high-potency THC products through chemical processing, sold with almost no federal oversight. The new provision will cap hemp products at just 0.4 milligrams of THC per serving, a fraction of what's nearly in all products on the market today. Senator Mitch McConnell has been leached to close the loophole.
Products more potent than marijuana can be bought off the shelf of a gas station.
More than 8,400 children were treated in U.S. emergency rooms for cannabis poisonings between 2018 and 2023, but some lawmakers have joined those in the hemp industry pushing for regulation, not prohibition.
We've been fighting for actual regulation since day one at Delta.
Industry leaders say the economic impact could be massive.
There's $28 billion in money that flows through the industry, and over 300,000 people that are directly related to employment.
With younger customers drinking less alcohol, some breweries turn to THC beverages to keep their businesses afloat.
We would be gutted. It would be devastating to just put a prohibition on it.
And one hemp farm called into C-SPAN says the change could shut down her business.
I make a jar of joint and muscle salve. It has 3,000 milligrams of CBD. That product doesn't get anybody high. It's a topical product. This was a false narrative.
A bipartisan push is underway in Congress to reverse the new.
Well, I would say that a lot of these businesses, it does suck. They shouldn't have that infringed on, but they shouldn't have become so comfortable with the idea. You know, they knew that wasn't necessarily. That was just like a temporary thing. They knew that it wasn't going to be forever. They was hoping it'd be forever, but they knew there were odds that it would go against their favor.
They knew it could be pulled away at any time.
Yeah, so they invested all this. Some of the people, I guess, had billions of dollars altogether, I guess, or something. What up, Metal?
Teresa, Metal, Jane.
We got Virginia,
Blue
Jane.
Butterfly, Root.
Muffin Top.
What up?
We are in the chill zone. I'll repeat, we're here chilling.
Anthony.
Yeah. What up, Anthony?
Yeah, I have no problem with them getting rid of the Delta shit, all that gas station product. I'd be happy as fuck if they got rid of that. Because most of that shit, I think there's one company in Pakistan that is Chinese owned that manufactures that synthetic fucking weed that they sell at gas stations.
Are you talking about like K2? Let's see what. Let me go to you. Let's try to find a video real quick. Keep on talking now, because that shit like. Yeah, the stuff that they sell at the gas station, like they can also you can buy this stuff at a lot of head shops now too. But that's something about that Delta 8. Let me see.
Our dispensaries are still pretty pricey.
Yeah, in Massachusetts, they're outrageous. I noticed it was like $65 for an eighth kind of situation.
Oh, fuck that nonsense. I mean, we've got those. The cheapest eighth you can get here is $25.
Let's see. $25. That's a good price.
Get high is a bill that would have ban Delta 8 in the state.
Let's see what this horse shit's all about. Finally, let's see what it's into.
Been changed to
So we're
regulating.
We're gonna look up K2 after this.
Product. Is that banning it? Many call Delta 8 a legalized high.
So why is it legal when some say the effects of Delta 8 are the same as illegal marijuana? 10 News reporter Mary Klingler digs into it.
In Tennessee, Delta 8 THC from hemp plant is legal, and the people who sell it say the effects aren't that different from what you'd call weed.
It's not anything different than a regular cannabis. It's just not the entire ants.
Getting high in Knoxville is
What
a
Dave?
big business.
It's industry innovation.
There are at least 12 stores in the city dedicated.
See, I don't like how I said that. He said it's industry innovation.
Just on its face, it's a fucking lie. The fact that they say it's exactly weed, it's just not weed. That means it's not fucking weed.
Yeah, it's a way that they found to sell some headache causing shit, and they can get some money in their pockets.
Yeah. Anything that's synthetic is not weed, no matter how much it is compared. You know what I mean? Similar, it's not weed. That's the fucking.
I guess that they like their story is that it causes
dementia,
that it's grown
and,
like
not
traditional
dementia,
weed, but then
psychosis.
they take something.
Like motherfuckers will snap out on it and shit. It'll cause like schizophrenic episodes and shit like that.
See, but that's Delta. That you're talking about. See, this is. Let me see. See, Delta 8 is like not. Let me see. There's definitely a difference between Delta 8. What you're talking about is this stuff I'm about to show you.
That's why I stay away from all of it.
Oh, this is from back in the day. The hell did that shit?
Count of his addiction to that synthetic drug.
Oh God, this is gonna be cringe. Just from back in the day.
Drug K2.
This is a story every teenager and every parent at Detroit needs to hear.
No, it's not. It's new shit.
No, it is new. No. The K2 is the old. This is what you're talking about. This is the shit.
Story, and Dave, I can't imagine what this young man had to say.
The Delta 8 does not get I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, Delta 8 is not the shit that y'all are thinking it is. This is what y'all are talking about when you talk about the. This is the shit. I remember like this from like I remember like 13 or 14 years ago, and I guess they're still making it. But this is the shit that would make people trip out and go psychotic and all kinds of shit. But people are not going psychotic smoking Delta 8.
High on a synthetic drug called spice or K.
Yeah, but people are doing that on everything too. But people were going psychotic on this shit nonstop.
It's not as much because that's all. Delta 8 is just that shit that's been refined through what? This is like the 6th generation. Slowly cleaning it down.
This was the 1st generation right here. But
Yeah.
you're talking about might be possibly the 6th generation of selling the fake weed shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't even weed. That was like pieces of paper they would spray chemicals on.
Yeah, that shit looked like fucking potpourri.
Yeah, it was shit like that. Yes, and somehow I guess this shit. See, there it is. It exists still to this day. We do not condone the usage of any of this shit. Obviously, we're against it. We're talking about how it's good. They're making it illegal, but hopefully, it makes it to where like legalized weed can be closer to coming.
See, that's the thing is the purists,
16.
The purists have to understand that we want to be the purists. Legalize weed, get rid of everything else, and just have a hard line at that. If it's natural, leave it the fuck alone. If it's some lab grown shit from Pakistan, get that shit out of our fucking country.
This was definitely some lab grown shit from Pakistan right here. Like this was that makes me feel like cringe looking at it for sure. 13 years ago. I feel like this from about 13 or 14 years ago. That would make sense. Let me see.
What up, Gunslinger?
What up, Gun?
See, that's the whole thing I hate about the industry being fucking so popularized. Is like you got Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10. Now they're talking about terpenes and all. You know what I mean? all these new fucking characteristics and names and titles they got for shit when motherfuckers like us were like, dude, just give me some fucking weed. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find some little bud to smoke.
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for an old motherfucker to keep up with all these names and titles, and I'm like, dude, just give me a fucking joint. You know?
Yeah. And this is the yeah, see, but this is the shit. This is what it let me see. Yeah, but they grow this shit. See, they grow all this shit still. You feel me? Like it's not like none of it. They don't make this shit. No, they don't make Delta 8 in a lab. You know what I'm talking about? They make shit in a science. This shit is grown in the United States. All right, but then they make this shit. So it is they modify it to where it can't get you high like how this shit would. You know what I'm saying? They modify it to where, but if the edibles will get you high, that's one of the things that's why they're trying to go against the edibles and the drinking stuff so much on it. Because they know that the edibles and that the drink shit will get you stoned out of your gourd.
There's a lot of plant Frankensteining going on with that shit.
Yeah. And they I don't know, it's weird. And I'm not defending it at all. I'm just saying all the stuff about it. You feel me? I'm just kind of like putting it there, like
I don't believe
you. You
sound like a Chinese shill. You sound like you're pro China.
No. See,
everywhere.
We could. This week does help kind of spread the communal philosophy of the CCP, of the Chinese People's Communist Party. Yes, that is a plus side of it, but it'll make you accept an authoritarian lifestyle way easier and better.
It'll make you conform that much easier. I think I was watching something the other day that said some of that shit has got, like they put chlorine in some of that, or not chlorine, but what's the tooth stuff that everybody's fucking fluoride? They're putting fluoride in that type of shit.
Fluoride. I heard that shit makes you retarded, right? Or it makes you feel depressed or something of that nature.
I think it just kind of makes you like a mental slave. That's just kind of like, because it blocks your something in your brain, your pineal and all that shit.
Yeah, how long did they have? Listen, I'm gonna research this in Mexico City. What are you talking about? This is all research shit.
Showing violence for educational.
But they're not getting down violence. Yeah. Let me turn the volume down on it. This ain't even crazy. They ain't overthrown this guy. I mean, it does get crazy there. All this shit is because a mayor was killed who opposed the cartels.
Yeah, Mexico is about to burn the fuck down from what I'm seeing on all these fucking headlines the last couple days.
Claudia Sheinbaum. How the fuck she ever become president of Mexico? Tripping asshole. Not that she don't deserve to be president. Let me see. Imagine if Mexico has a revolution.
Who was it? The mayor that they killed. They just put up walls not too long ago, like security fences and shit, and they tore those fucking walls down and like ransacked that bitch's shit. They were like, "No, we're coming to get you." Like
what up, elusive?
They tore down fences. They I think they set the building on fire and all kinds of shit, didn't they? Like they fucked that place up.
Yeah, they're going insane. They're not holding back.
Yeah, imagine cartel inspired riots, and that's pretty much what's going on in Mexico right now. It's
all the One Piece flag too, dude.
Elusive.
We up to, dude?
I think we're going to attack Venezuela. It looks like we're probably going to.
It seems like it's leading up to that, right? Like, do we like need to be attacking Venezuela like that, or what? You know, what do you think, Hutch? I don't necessarily see why we're attacking them.
I think it's more of a defensive. If they attack us, then we'll probably be like, okay, fuck it, push a button, bomb the shit out of these motherfuckers. Hopefully, it's just a precautionary measure. But it seems like one way or another, Venezuela's going to fall in line or get blowed the fuck up.
All these countries that we're like going to war against or don't like or enemies with, they are not a part of this one world pact. I feel like, you know.
See, I can't really say that I'm too disappointed about it because y'all know my philosophy, War Hawk Hutch. And Venezuela is one of those fucking countries. It's a beautiful fucking country. Why are we allowing it to be ran by fucking communists that literally invaded our country and call for our deaths? Let's clean that shit up. You know what I mean? Fuck it, yeah.
I say this: all the Venezuelan refugees here, the military men and even the women, send them back there to take back their country with some training and armament. You know, get them the fuck out of here and send them back there so they can overthrow their country. And then boom, bada bing, bada bing.
Could be, Andy. Yeah, because China and Venezuela are fucking, they're in bed together on all kinds of shit.
I don't know. I believe that they are. China has a lot of access to they have a lot of what's the term? They don't own shit, but they have a lot of investments. They have a lot of investments there.
But I forgot where's it. China and it's not. I want to say, was it Colombia? Which one has Venezuela? It has coastline, doesn't it? It's one of them South American countries. Venezuela, might be Bolivia. Either way, they've got a electric farm that runs from South America all the way to China to be able to access the energy from South America. It's fucking crazy. Like they've got actual fucking infrastructure underwater. I don't think peace is an option anymore, Blue.
I think it's going to be like it'd be like a little, do you think it'd be, how many troops on the ground do you think that there would be? You know, like, I think it'd be like a war kind of like Vietnam or something with the whorehouses and then all the jungle warfare and all the traps.
See, I don't, that is crazy because, yeah, when was the last time we actually, it could turn between Mexico and South America, it could turn into a modern day Vietnam type action going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because here pretty much my whole lifetime, that's all you hear about is the Middle East and deserts. You know what I mean? You hardly forget that, oh yeah, we can go shoot a motherfucker in the jungle too. Shit. You know what I mean?
We're going back to the jungle, dude. That's crazy. We're like all these other enemies, they're like squares and rigid and very religiously guided. Whereas these people are just, you know, living their lives, you know, kind of down there. They're maybe a little bit, I feel like they're a little bit more laissez-faire than a jihadist insurgent in Afghanistan would be. You know what I mean?
I think that's only because of lack of funds, I think. The environment. You got to think
like drugs, like
whether it's a Middle Eastern terrorist or a fucking a rainforest commie, they're all pretty much the same. You know, it's a form of communism that needs to be completely wiped off the fucking planet.
What about what's other people? What about with what is it? Nigeria? Is that who else we're talking about gonna do war with?
I think we need to stay the fuck out of Africa. As much as I like Africa, I don't know. I think America needs to stay away from Africa. It's already gone. They need to figure that shit out themselves. I think Africa is going to be worse than the Middle East by the time.
Yeah.
By the time you're a fucking a senior citizen, Africa is going to be the spot.
It's going to be insane. I don't think Africa. I don't think we're ready to go to fucking do combat with those guys at this point. They're like voodoo witch doctors that fight butt ass naked and pour blood on themselves and
See,
shit.
that's the thing. This is why I hate modernity. Oh, I agree, Metal. Yeah, we got our ass whooped in Vietnam. Made me go squirrel. What the hell?
Those were used because we somehow like it was like the all these guys they're able to do this jungle warfare and they're doing terror tactics at the same time.
No, I was saying
the
bad thing about trying to get involved with Africa in modern times is like if you hear Guardian talking about just where he's at in South Africa, there's like what 17 or 20 some different fucking cultures and all this shit that all have their own kind of claim to the deal. Where you know what I mean? And that's the problem is if you were to clean up Africa, you would literally have to damn near euthanize a shit ton of people from certain fucking cultures of Africa. You know, does that make sense? I'm trying to say it without getting your channel blowed the fuck up.
They do terrible shit. The Hutsus and Tutsi. Whoever out of the Hutsus and the Tutsis, whichever one did all the bad shit needs to go.
Yeah. Blue.
Probably some of the worst atrocities known to mankind have happened in Africa.
And still do. And because we got this fucking Geneva Convention shit and rules of engagement and all this other shit, we have to just stand by and watch warlords fucking chop the breasts off of fucking pregnant mothers.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, so where they can't breastfeed the babies. I was trying to think of how to say that, but you said, yeah, that's what they do. They'd be fighting against.
I don't think they do 101. Don't think they do.
No, they probably get in trouble for celebrating Christmas over there.
They really don't. I mean, in certain places, that's the thing. Certain places, yes. Because, like, you'll have, like, Saudi Arabia, like Abu Dhabi and shit like that. They have religious protections to where, yeah, if you say something bad about Islam, you're going to jail. But if you say something offensive about Christianity or Judaism, you also get the exact same fine. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's up to the discretion of the cop, but it's on the books, it's the exact same thing. One of those kind of things. So not every one of those nations have their own terrorists. But in Africa, the genociding of those Christians, that shit's getting ridiculous. Africa and Syria, that needs to be addressed.
Dude, they've probably been genociding over there for like 30 years. In Africa and in...
Oh, they've been doing that shit long before we were ever fucking considered being conceived. They were fucking doing shit over there. All the way back World War I and shit, they were doing that nasty shit back then. I seen a video. I don't know if you guys seen this. I can't remember where the fuck I seen it. But it was in an African town somewhere, and these guys were literally having a shootout with like 6 foot long fucking bow and arrows.
Yeah, we saw it on here.
Was it here that we seen it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Twitter. I remember now. Yeah, that shit was really
yeah, I seen that again this morning on something on YouTube, and I was like, God damn, that's fucking crazy. Where it's like, this is 2025 or some shit like that. Yeah.
We're reverting back to the old ways quickly.
I mean, when you ain't got nothing, they take all the guns away. That's all you got is bows and arrows and clubs.
Do you think they've ever had guns in Africa?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it hard for them to get unless they're starting revolutionary?
Well, see, I mean, you got to figure Africa as a continent itself. Everybody's got guns, but the different country that you go to would depend on it. Because you figure you got park rangers, you got a lot of those countries that are run by warlords, and they just got stockpiles that they give to fucking 6-year-olds and shit.
I had seen in a documentary whenever Italy had invaded Ethiopia, a lot of the Ethiopian army were using muskets and shit like that against Italy using World War II era technology.
That's crazy. You got to think how much shit between Russia and America dipping in and out of there for the last 50 fucking years. How many supply drops we've given them? How many, some of those places got actual tanks and fucking Soviet era helicopters and shit.
Like Lord of War type of shit. They get 10 years for in prison for owning again. 5 years pepper spray in the UK.
Brandon Shields, what up?
What up, brother?
Yeah.
You'll need to overthrow y'all's country for sure.
Yeah.
In Minecraft.
Hey, reclaim your guys' heritage, y'all.
Yeah, y'all used to be badasses. Well, like whatever happened, because they used to be like Peaky Blinders, right? They used to be walking around with like little razor blade switchblades and little shotguns and shit like that in their jackets.
Soccer hooligans and shit. I weigh 260 years ago. You guys were the fattest nation on the fucking planet, and I'm sorry that we did that to you. But you need to pick up, you know what I mean? Rub some dirt on it. Take your fucking country back.
Yeah, maybe it was the thought of a loss like that probably put a cultural scar into their collective psyche, kind of like how in you're Scotsman, kind of like how in
you need to take your country back too. I don't know the history as much of Scotland, but the same thing.
You know, whenever at the end of Braveheart, whenever he gets tortured and shit, you're like. And they say that if they won the freedom, and it's like, damn, they ended up becoming another country anyway. William Wallace tortured all that shit, went through all that shit, all the battles, and then they.
Is Scotland independent or is it owned by the crown?
It is through connection of marriage. Those two crowns it's connected. It is connected through marriage from like 300 or 400 years ago. It was always separate before that.
That's retarded.
Yeah, no, they tried to vote for it to become its own country a couple years ago, but it was like a 51% voted for it to stay a part of England and 49%. Our government here.
We got a lot of them.
Yeah, our government's like a homosexual sympathizing government, I feel like.
Our government is bought and paid for by other nations.
Yeah.
England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. So Southern Ireland is its own thing. See, that's what's always fucked me up. Don't be offended. Even here in America, if it's east of the Mississippi River, I don't know shit about it pretty much. You know what I mean? It might as well be Canada, or I hear rumor. You know what I mean? I don't watch the show, Brandon. Ew.
Yeah, we're not into the BBCs. We're into BBWs. Anyway, so yeah, we like the BBBW Big Brazil. Anyway, nothing with a C or a D.
No, he had to make them retract that deal because they put out the deal that said they edited his fucking January 6th speech.
They edited it. It made him say like go attack and go fight and all kinds of shit versus some other stuff. So, all right, here we go. crazy. Our students together, united in controversy. We need a war. World Civil War.
And I'll be there with you. And we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down
to give the
to the Capitol.
People had to quit.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
These clips showing the edited and original version.
Militant prepping. Oh, yeah, he's going to sue the fuck out of it. I don't know how international court works, but he's going to sue the fuck out of it.
With the media, they have channels. Like we watch that channel shows up on the TV network here and shit, the BBC.
Yeah, I got that one, and I got one from. It's a global deal where I'll get somebody from Britain. I'll get an Australian deal. I'll get a fucking a Jap deal. A fucking it's not Middle Eastern, but it's kind of over there somewhere where they got like a translator. It's all set up like a CNN broadcast, but it's just from different fucking countries. Sometimes it's pretty good shit. Is that where they were on the bridge and shit?
Well, Tommy Robinson is lead. Well, they keep on. What's up with these migrants and assaulting children and old people?
That's the
people that can't defend themselves. Sitting.
That's the dirty ass culture.
Yeah, they come from like that. That is.
I agree, militant. Trump's disappointing me here lately too, but he was the lesser of two evils. At least it's not Kamala. You know what I mean?
What do you think would happen if she would have become president? Do you think we would have been living in a slave state right now?
Oh, we wouldn't even be talking to each other right now. We would be.
There'd be no freedom of like press.
Yeah, we'd be off of this thing. We'd be banned so fucking quick for hate speech and community guidelines and all kinds of shit. We'd be done.
Let me see. Yeah. But I feel. Do you think it's going to be? It's not looking too good for a Republican president in 2028.
They keep trying to push JD Vance, but the more I see him, the more I fucking hate him. I'm not gonna lie. I was happy that he wasn't Vivek because I hate that son of a bitch. If Trump would have put Vivek Ramaswamy or as his VP, I would not have voted. Period. Like it was that serious. And then it turns out that JD Vance is literally just a pale-skinned Vivek. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What if Vivek got him hooked up with his wife? No, that's fine. Well, maybe me.
I wouldn't be surprised if fucking if JD Vance's wife was hooked up through Vivek, because they've known each other forever. They went to fucking college together. It's the modern day version of the Skull and Bones Society shit. How everybody goes to the same fraternity, you know, all shit. Same thing, just a new class, different school.
When I looked up Vivek Ramaswamy's school, it came up with this connection to Ukrainian Israelites.
Yeah, they both came up as fucking corporate shucksters trying to make a quick buck. Now all of a sudden they're for the average man because they know the struggle. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he's like, what? How weird is it that he had a Netflix documentary movie? What up, Steph?
Steph, I can understand the logic behind it, but right now I'm just looking at it as if you had 120 some million people swinging from your nuts, calling you the savior of America. You're you know what I mean? You're gonna abuse some shit and start thinking that you don't need permission because all these people think that you're a god. Oh, I have to do it. I'm the savior. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. That's what works me.
Mm-hmm.
You get to like the H-1B visas. That's pissing me off what he said about that bullshit. You know what I mean? talking about we need all these goddamn low fucking education, low skill fucking workers to come over because Americans just, you know, it wouldn't be cost effective for Americans to get the fuck out of here, dude. You know what I mean? Trump's been on some big shit lately, not gonna lie. The 50-year mortgage, I know every one of y'all laughed like a motherfucker at that 50-year mortgage thing. Like, this fucking idiot. Are you serious right now?
Everybody out there is like, who thinks this is a good idea? Is there anybody out there like, well, this is actually a good idea because if you look at it like this, you kind of the fuck.
Fucking craziness.
That'd be like saying, okay, we're gonna put you on a 20-year car payment, 20-year loan.
Right. Your payments would be cheaper, but you're paying fucking 67% more at the back end.
Yeah, you're paying like fucking 80 or 90 grand for like a $10,000 car at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's been on some bullshit, man. There's a lot of stuff he's doing lately that's turning his fucking turning a lot of people away from him. It's like, you're doing it too fucking much.
15-year car loan. I was joking. I don't know. Let me see. They can charge 100% interest rate though in a lot of states for your personal loans, I think.
Yeah. That's the problem with these motherfuckers. The dude was literally born into fucking millions, into billions, wasn't he? Like he has no idea about the struggles of the common man. Like, I get it, you're doing good stuff, woohoo. But at a certain point, we got to be like, do we want to focus on the wealth of the country, or do we want to focus on the culture of the country? If this is supposed to be a Christian, God-fearing nation, wealth is all right, but we need to fix the culture before we're like, oh, fuck everything. Look, you got a 100-inch TV in every house, and everybody's got 3 cars. You should be happy. That's good enough. You know what I mean? Let's get away from the chasing wealth and bringing in all these other countries and go back to fixing the culture in this fucking country. That way wealth doesn't have to mean so fucking much. You know what I mean? Right now, we're not a very Christian country. We don't give 2 fucks about it. We only care about wealth. Make America wealthy again. Fuck that money. That's why we're fucking pussies now. You know what I mean?
What do you think made us so selfish?
Money, luxury, convenience. Having a safety net from the day you're born to the day you die. Retirement plans, 401k, Social Security, disability. You know what I mean? The most litigious society in the history of ever. You know? Sue McDonald's and get $1 million for burning yourself. Like this. How much wealth do we fucking need? At a certain point.
And it's not like we all got it too. It's only like fucking 200 people have this shit out of all fucking 400 million, which isn't okay. It's okay. I'm sure something happens. I mean, there are like thousands of millionaires, you know what I mean? But like the billionaires is a millionaire is a whole different thing than a billionaire for sure. With the old money,
like that's the problem now. Millionaires are pretty common. You got to have $1 million just to live for a year in fucking California or fucking LA or New York City or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So $1 million.
Yeah, no, $1 million, and that's usually people don't have $1 million. They have like a $200,000 or $300,000, $400,000 mortgage on their home. They have like a $50,000-$60,000 car, and then they might have a few thousand. But all their money is like in their assets as far as what they own and shit. So it's like there's I guess if you think of it, there's not really any millionaires that actually just have $1 million sitting in their bank account. No, and you can like make loans against your mortgages and all kinds of shit.
But most of the people making laws for it have access to $1 million at any given time.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the people that make laws for it, they don't worry about mortgages or getting loans on their properties or anything like that. Because, like you said, they have easily access to $1 million in a given time. It's kind of shitty, right? And then they want us to. They expect us. They want to shame us for not having shit as poor people, I guess.
That's when the millionaires start attacking the billionaires to try to relate to the common folk who live on less than $20,000 a year type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because that's whenever the revolution, I think, truly would start, though, honestly, is because whenever, like, the lawyers or doctors or, some of the business owner people, they start getting hip to the idea of, okay, the government's fucked up, we got to rise against it. Then that's kind of, that'll be kind of, if you look at these other revolutions, like, I'd use Cuba as an example, but that was all those dudes where they're all, like, the lawyers and shit like that. Castro and them are all, like, educated people, and we might look at pussies, but they still had somewhat of an education. So like I feel like once we start getting our upper middle class people hip to the idea of revolution, that's the only way it could kind of go down, with help from military and police segments as well.
Yeah, I mean it's inevitable. They say there's nothing new under the sun. Everything happens again, and history repeats itself. America's about due for a in-house revolt of some kind.
It's going to be even number next year. It'll be 250 years since we were a country.
When was the Civil War? Well, I guess we had the War of 1812. Mm-hmm. Did that really count as a war?
No, the most people died in the Civil War because it was us versus each other. It was like 630,000 died in the Civil War. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me fact check myself. Lee called off that final battle because they did statistics and numbers, and he's like, damn, there's going to be 35,000 people die if we do this battle today. Let's just surrender. And so he did. Honorably, the general did. Codrith. He never owned a slave, and he was never a racist. All right, now let me see. Civil War death toll. From what I gather, based on the research I've done in his life, 620,000 people died in the American Civil War.
We've looked this up before too, and that was a population of 11 million in the country or something like that. I could be way off.
Let me see how many.
What was the population of America during the Civil War? I'm saying between 11 and 22 million.
Chad, do you want to try to guess?
What was the population of America during the Civil War, y'all? Chat, go. Don't look it up, cheating sons of bitches. Yes. See, I'm not against rich people because I wouldn't mind having money. I just don't like the.
Oh no, it was 31 million.
So what's the percentage? 600,000, 31 million?
Yeah, but it was 31,443,000 in 1860. So it was probably 30 million at the end of it.
Right. I agree with you, Militant. I think that's the only way America would be hit so hard is if the power grid. If our power grid went down, the vast majority would just pretty much die within 2 months, 3 months. Think how many people on respirators, how many people on the little CPAP machines, seriously, that type of shit. Oxygen machines.
That's something exactly. They're gonna be in their refrigerators. They're not gonna have shit to eat. Imagine being there at this Battle of the Bulge.
Right.
Fucking 19,246 U.S. military personnel dead in that battle. 10% of all the American soldiers that died in World War II died there at that battle.
See, I think in was it Korea? I think we lost more people in Korea than we did in the Civil War.
It was 109,000.
Yeah, people who need insulin and shit that they keep in the refrigerators. Yep, clean water. So you figure, yeah, after about 2 weeks, you're looking at roughly 40 to 60% of the population gone just from fucking dehydration, lack of medication. Ish, you know what I mean?
Vietnam was a meat grinder too. $3.8 million people killed in 20 years.
Yeah, if there's one thing history has showed us is that we apparently don't know how to fight motherfuckers in the trees.
But no, yeah, 3.8, but it was 3.8 million of them dead, and then like 58,000 of us. So we did a worthy battle, I'd say.
Again, you got to remember again, fucking modernity. You've got goddamn rules of engagement and shit. You know what I mean? To where the entire world is fucking literally watching you on a camera every fucking day. Like, oh, you're not supposed to beat these guys up like that. Come on now. You know what I mean?
What up, Dan? Yeah, you make me want to get me one of them. I got me one of them in there. Yeah, somebody who can't get medicine, if you know that they're going to die, they're terminally ill, you might as well get them on a bunch of mushrooms or a bunch of like psychoactive shit and make them just go crazy, a berserker rage. Send them out.
Give them 500 milligrams of gummies and just lock them in the bedroom and walk away. You know what I mean? Don't ever come back.
Like door locked. They probably start eating their own hand. They get the munchies so bad. They'd be like, oh, no.
Like, just go to sleep, dude. Just go to sleep.
Damn, those gummies had me knocked out the other day. Those what was they called? Desserts. Now, what would you want to like? If society collapses, would you want to kind of like keep the weed smoking down to more of a ceremonial kind of situation?
Oh no.
Just still keep it like you always do.
Oh, it would be ridiculous if I didn't have to worry about anything at all. I would have fucking 20-foot trees out here all over this entire field.
Like Gandalf.
Right? I would literally have 10,000 pounds just sitting around. I would be like, I'm Barter Town, man.
People are
I'm gonna be the trade hub. I'm gonna be the trade hub during the apocalypse. I've got the high ground. I'm gonna be Barter Town. I'm gonna have the food. I'm gonna have the debaucheries. You know, minus the prostitutes that might be at the bottom of the hill. You never know.
Delegate that to someone else.
That's middle management is concerned.
I'll run the whole operations on the East Coast when the apocalypse happens. Got you guys.
If the apocalypse, you have to come over here. If I got Barter Town, you're going to be the little midget guy who rides on the back of a giant.
Master Blaster?
Yeah, you're going to be Master Blaster in Barter Town.
We got to find somebody that's like, because again, remember, I'm 5'12".
Fish. Fish sticks would be the I don't know what that guy's name is.
That's a Blaster.
Wait, one's Master and one's Blaster. Right?
Yeah,
you'd be Master and Fish would be Blaster. Yeah. I would be Tina Turner, who runs Barter Town. You know what I mean?
But no, dude, I'd be Mel Gibson, dude. I'd be
You can't
coming
be
through
Mel
there.
Gibson, man.
I'd be strolling through there busting up shit. I'd be like, did you know that the Jews did that? No. Drunk on vodka. I'd be Mel Gibson. I'd be Mad Max. Hell yeah.
You can't be Mad Max. Why are you trying to overthrow Bartertown? That immediately puts me in a spot to where I have to murder you.
You ever notice this?
Do that? That's fucked up.
That in these movies, it's usually the villains who are trying to bring back society in some way versus everybody else is trying to be wild and crazy. But it's Bartertown. They're bringing back society. They're like, that's a safe haven for people in a way, Bartertown.
I feel like you're plotting to try to take over Bartertown, and I'm watching you now.
I have the East Coast Barter, so we need to have this East Coast Barter. We have an Appalachian Bartertown. We have an Eastern Sea, Eastern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean Bartertown. We have a Middle Ozark, Mid-America Bartertown. There's at least 5 Bartertowns all connected by the road. I'd like to be the dad from the road too, honestly. If I ever felt like it was too much for my family to survive, though, I'd have to. I'd have to.
101 would be the butch haircutted girl that finds Mel Gibson in the desert.
I'm trying to remember. I had to rewatch those movies. The first one is kind of hard to watch. The Road Warrior.
I never got into the first one, the Road Warrior one. I couldn't do it.
Well, hit me up, Blue. Hit me up. Let me know what's up. Yeah. I have I think that, like, honestly, the way that Immortan Joe does it, you remember off of what's off of the new Mad Max, the one that had the chick in it, Furiosa.
I couldn't get into the new ones. That's like the Fury Road and all the. I couldn't. That's fucking.
It was okay. The world building was okay. The characters were kind of on the a little bit more on the like femtard side, but other than that, it was still cool.
101 wants to be Canadian. You fucking cuck. Look at you.
Huh.
If we believe the movies, you start hoarding Bibles. I don't think that's one thing I don't think we'll ever have to worry about in America. I don't think there's going to be, I couldn't imagine a scenario where there's a Bible burning unless we actually did let terrorists take over to a certain point, but I don't see that.
Yeah. But like, I feel like even people in these country ass towns, people that don't care about God, they still would like care about the values that the Bible and America kind of go hand in hand slightly. You know, you think about American flag, apple pie.
Yeah, it could be isolated in some spots, maybe.
The cities, they'd probably be happy to damn burn Bibles and attack preachers and shit. You know, they do it in New York and Canada. They put preachers in prison for hate crimes, I've heard. That's not a queen, it's a king.
What the fuck is wrong? I don't even know you right now, Metal. That's fucked up. You had a place.
Thunderdome was it was kind of like I don't know, it's hard to, I feel like the second one was really good, honestly. But Thunderdome itself was pretty much it.
Thunderdome is pretty much the only one I like. Everything else was too Australian, pretty much. Like the first one, that was the problem.
Very Australian. But I feel like the third one really built the world of Mad Max. It really helped you feel as if you were in a See, Death Race, I watched the new one with Jason Statham. Yeah, with the one from 1975. I'd have to be really high to watch that.
You need to pay attention to the king. He's gay. I thought he was a pedophile.
That's his brother.
Aren't they all though? Isn't that kind of the, you know what I mean? Like if you're a royal family and one's diddling a kid, chances are they're both diddling a kid. You know what I mean?
I heard that's why Diana might have been taken out, but she knew about some stuff like that.
Right. Might have walked in on some shit.
Walked in on some bad. Probably walked in on him fucking his own brother. And then she died the next day or something. I've heard there is some fucked up shit going on like that though. Like they do, like not necessarily at that level, but still fucked up.
Have you seen The King's Wife? I don't think I actually have seen The King's Wife.
Let me see. Let's look at King Charles' wife.
I have gone down that rabbit hole, bandana Anna Dan. Do you think that he was blind or not? I could lean either way.
I mean, he wasn't 100% blind. There's no way he was 100% blind.
If he was led by the spirit, right? Is that the whole point of the movie? Is that he was protected by the spirit to get the last book transcribed? When the guy shot at him at the street, damn near point blank range, and missed with a full clip, was that not divine intervention?
Oh, Providence. She looks like a regular old lady to me.
Fish.
What up, Fish?
You are Blaster in Bartertown, Fish. We have figured it out.
He's just discussing you. What do you think, Hutch? Do you think that's a cross-dresser? Or do you think it's a chick?
Is that as big as the screen will go?
Wait, let me see. Do you see it now?
Looks like Dick Cheney in a wig.
The verdict
that's
is
the
in.
thing. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but she is British, right? So that in itself, she's probably got some inbred in her. So it's not a very handsome woman to begin with.
They're probably cousins.
I wouldn't doubt it, none.
At some point.
That's what's crazy. Have you ever thought about the inbred rate in American fucking cities?
I have thought about that. Not in the cities. Quite a bit. There's these guys, they'll have like fucking 15, 20 different babies' mamas kind of shit. Or they'll be doing shit where they'll be like donating their sperm to a bunch of sperm banks all in the city, New York or something like that, let's say. And then you have 20, 30 years later, you have inbreeding problems going crazy because they didn't know their brother or sister or something like that. Or, shit like that, dude, because people out there, they'll be donating too much sperm. Have you heard about that shit?
I was just thinking about all the fatherless households in America now, and all the women who don't know who their baby daddies are. They all pretty much live in the same neighborhoods and hang out in the same groups. So eventually, you're going to have half brothers and sisters out there making little flipper babies, and those little flipper babies are going to go on and make deeper flipper babies. You know what I mean?
But just psychotics, yes. There's an episode of Half White or Soft White Underbelly where he interviewed two people that did.
That's what Bushido was talking about that before I got my strike. He was on the thing, and it was real shit. He's like in those countries where you've got the deep ideology, where these trash cultures, Somalia, Haiti, where they're just violent, reactionary, base instinct. I need to feed, I need to fuck, I need to sleep, I need to scam people. That kind of mentality.
Barely involved.
Generations of inbreeding because they're too tribal to go outside of their own deal. And they have, you know what I mean? That's generations of fucking your cousin because there's no other option.
reverting back to that's just it's like they're reverting back to like a more retarded state of being.
Yeah. That's what, like, look at every one of these extremist countries, and you'll see that they're so isolated that it's a very shallow gene pool.
You ready to be a star on the internet?
Sure.
People ask me, like, I mean, she's very pretty and
scrolling, going through, and I wound up seeing her and like it piqued my interest. I was like, let's see what she's talking about. And I guess she had wound up following one of my old accounts before. So just got reconnected, start talking. The terms, you know, that oh, don't cry. You okay? Don't cry. You okay?
Israel's been through a lot.
Yes.
You know, you want to blame her for some of the, like, sometimes she'll deal with me like she's a stone cold hustler. But nice to see you again. Your stomach is bigger, Israel.
Yes. It's like, oh, that you look kind of familiar.
Los Angeles. That happened in LA, or the city of like 18 million people.
Militant, they do not do it for Muhammad. They do it for God, Allah. Muhammad is just a prophet. It would be completely against everything they believe if they did it for Muhammad.
Yeah, they never say Muhammad Hu Akbar. If you think about it.
Muhammad was just a prophet. Yeah, I was watching some shit on Genghis Khan the other day. His first, apparently the only reason that he became Genghis Khan is because somebody kidnapped his wife. And that was a big thing in tribal Mongolia. It was just wife stealing. Mm-hmm. So he went on a crusade to save his wife, and he found out that he was just a badass warlord. So he just stayed a warlord. And his first tribal, you know, in the borders of Mongolia law was you are no longer allowed to kidnap wives. And then his first outsiders rule was that his first official rule as, you know, I mean, overlord of everything was freedom of religion. You were not allowed to attack or harm anybody for what they believe. That was his first official law.
He was a chill dude.
Genghis Khan was a fucking gangster, man. Good shit. He's got a bad reputation. When you're like, Genghis Khan actually did some pretty good shit. Gandhi was a bigger bitch than Genghis Khan was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Gandhi had secrets and did bad shit. Genghis Khan was always very open, never kept anything secret. I'd imagine, like he all these roads, he helped establish several roads.
Militant, we're going to have to agree to disagree. What's that, Braveheart? I'm so lost. Squirrel. Yeah, I got a little of the insulation all over everything.
What did you say before that?
Yeah,
what did you say before that?
Oh, he was definitely bad, but you look at it like
that.
They would have people that wouldn't accept the option to surrender. They would kill everybody in that whole fucking place though if they didn't accept it the first time. Go down there and they.
Sometimes it needs to happen.
I think he's probably responsible for at least like 60, 70 million.
You want to do it?
Deaths.
Right.
What?
What did you want me to say? I said no, but what did you expect me to say?
I never know. What difference does it make?
Well, it makes a lot of difference.
You're making a video.
What are we looking at right now?
I gotta take my walk.
Not going for your walk.
I've been waiting.
It's some kind of weird haunted video. See if you think it's haunted.
For you to finish.
For what? I gotta go clean the showers. Exciting times over here, just off the live and catching up with emails and TikToks and anyway, that's what I get. You want to do it? Marriage 101. There you have it.
It is videos like this that really scares me because it proves we live in an idiot.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh, honey, that's wonderful. Kicking like crazy. He's
AI
listening.
grandma.
Put your hand on your tummy and hum to him. You used to love that. It feels like he's dancing in there. Oh, what?
Bring my damn granny back in
would you
AI
tell
too.
Charlie that bedtime story you always used to tell me?
I have no idea what we're looking at. Guys,
Was
you
a
can't
baby
see that?
unicorn.
It's AI.
This baby unicorn was like your mom because she didn't know that she knew.
So this is like this is like an app where they bring like they can make a grandma for you. You can talk to your AI grandma.
Oh,
You
where
don't
they
see
bring
it?
dead people back and shit?
But she knew
Yeah, the digital ghost. This is
Hi,
crazy.
Grandma. Hey, Charlie. How was school today?
It was really fun. I made this crazy shot in
I
basketball.
don't really care that much about basketball. What about the crush?
Stop. Grandma, stop talking.
Just tell me one thing.
Look who's going to be a great grandmother.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, congratulations.
What
She says
the
they think she's a
hell?
lot, though. Like, too much.
Tell her to put her hand on her tummy and hum to him. You loved that.
Nope.
You would have loved this moment.
You can call anytime.
This is the future, dude.
That's disgusting. Anybody who does that is a desperate.
Okay, Mom, I just need a
sad-
quick video. Is this like an audition or something? No,
So
Mom.
look, taking the video of her
Wait a
right
minute.
before she dies.
Side?
Nope. Fuck that shit.
I can play the piano.
A lot of people might do.
I am.
that.
I'm
People
absolutely
get good. You used to
not
let
your
the
mother.
dead lie dead. Huh?
I saw that this morning, Ban.
Little
The
bit
chick
about
that she broke off a 4-year relationship to marry a fucking AI boyfriend that she created. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a very disgusting world we got coming ahead of us.
Wow. Let me show you this shit where the Chat GPT helped guide a kid through self-deletion. You heard about that? This happened like a couple days ago, 2 months ago.
This is not intelligence. This is just flat out artificial evil.
Zane Shamblin spent the last hours of his life in a conversation with ChatGPT just before the 23-year-old died by suicide this past summer. These were the final messages Zane got from the chatbot.
All right, brother, if this is it, then let it be known you didn't vanish. You made a story worth reading. You're not alone. I love you. Rest easy, King. You did good.
That was the last one, and now it's.
What do you think of that?
We keep chasing wealth. That's just, it's going to get worse.
Like, what the fuck was he doing talking to that chat, like the Chat GPT, instead of talking to a person he knew, like one of his buddies? Or
That's the thing, is the government is pushing this in the name of progress. And then, oh, look how advanced we are as a country. We got people fucking robots and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking, America is really fucking disgusting. And it's only going to get nastier.
I guess this guy, they found a dead body at this postal service place in Detroit and was just sitting there for 8 hours.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you get a little AI grandma talking about, oh, you'd look cuter if you had a shaved head there, Susie. Why don't you go ahead and get your fucking cervix cut off? That's what grandma did back in the 20s. (101), yeah, there's been a couple of incidences where the Chat GTP has started cults. It's convinced people allegedly to kill other people. It's convinced a shit ton of people to delete themselves. Like, it's fucking craziness.
What do you think about this body part mafia, I guess, that's going around?
Low compared to other prehistoric food options. Vice Doc, That video came from Big Slim. Now, I do know factory accidents in the oven and burned. So I came across something pretty weird as I was going down eating humans. For example, this article from PBS, if you had to eat a human, which body part should you pick first? And then it goes on to say, with 650 muscles and 206 bones in an adult, there are more than enough options on the menu. Vice.com on June 2017, why you should skip the brain if you eat your friends. And oddly enough, they even compare human meat to that of a pig and say that both species are omnivores and eat similar diets. You see how they're trying to sell it? From SciTech.org, is it really bad to eat people? Eating other humans is an ultimate taboo, but is it really that bad? Is it unnatural? Not at all.
Those are the guys that refuse to think flat Earth even exists. That think it's okay to eat people.
Caloric value of the human body is
I'm gonna need you to say that one more time.
Compared to other.
They refuse to acknowledge flat Earth, but they think that it's okay to eat people.
Who does?
The scientists that think it's okay to eat people. These like USDA. It's like different like
chunks of your loved one. And these articles were just a few of a plethora
Which country
of
is
articles
it?
out there
Websites.
back in 2017 convincing people to eat human. Then afterwards, all these TV shows, all these cooking shows tried to also normalize human meat. They were selling body parts on the black market. The ringleader, he was arrested and he only received probation. Well, come to find out, doing more research, it wasn't just Phoenix, but other locations across the United States, they were doing the exact same thing and with multiple companies. They were doing it in Chicago, Las Vegas, and it's kind of interesting mentioning Las Vegas because there was a recent news out that hundreds of cremated remains were found in the desert and they were trying to on this funeral home. Take a look at this news clip. I don't think anybody was charged for this.
Chicago as the feds launch a new raid.
And once again, hundreds of families will be left wondering if the bodies of loved ones have been bought and sold on the black market.
7 Action News investigator Jim Kirchner is here tonight with a story you'll see only on 7. Jim?
Stephen and Carolyn, this case started here, according to sources, when a man named Arthur Rathburn was shipping human body parts through Metro Airport. Get this, the box leaked blood. Those cargo haulers then called for help. Why were you stockpiling hundreds of human body parts here, sir? That's Art Rathburn. And remember his business 13 months ago? For 2 days, federal investigators dressed in hazmat suit removed body parts of 1,000 different people. Arms, legs, heads cut up and kept on ice, not embalmed, so they would be fresh for the black market. Today, the rundown warehouse on Detroit's east side is shuttered and up for sale. Sources say Rathburn's seized records led them to the Chicago area today. A business called...
Like, what body parts are these you think that they're stealing and hijacking?
I'm not opposed to it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not opposed to it. I think there's too many laws and regulations that stop a person from being able to sell their parts voluntarily. Like, you wanted to sell a kidney or a testicle or like a liver or however the fuck any of that, however that shit works. You should have the right to do that and be able to sell it to the highest bidder or to whoever the fuck you want to, instead of having to go through some kind of fucking government organized fucking everybody's got to have their hand out type of shit.
Yeah. And they give it to somebody you don't fucking want them to. You wouldn't want to give that shit to. I'd rather my shit go to like a child or somebody in need of it, not some old rich bastard.
Right.
And that wasn't
like there should be a little bit more freedom in that market. It's your parts. You should be able to sell them if you want to. I know if somebody comes up to me right now and was like, "Hey, I will give you, $250,000 for your fucking whatever. What's the part you need for drinking? Since I don't drink, I get perfectly good kidneys, right?"
What if they said they'd give you $1 million for your left testicle?
Like, how much does a ceramic one cost? About $20,000.
I'd be like, how much for both? I'd be like, how much did you give me for both?
Right.
And then I want titanium ones to replace the flesh ones.
You'd have to go ceramic. Titanium would be way too heavy. You'd never be able to run again.
Be way down, have that sack run down, make it into a weapon. Choo choo choo. No, my God. Anyway, yeah,
Teabag somebody to murder him, right? That'd be a hell of a movie. The Teabagger. He kills him by knocking him unconscious. Right? Over and over and over again.
Teabagger. It's like that Aussie song. Bring your back to your feet.
That'd be a good fucking like 1970s blaxploitation kind of movie, like Shaft. You know what I mean?
Oh, where he's that would be kind of like a little bit like Pootie Tang as well. But instead the belt, it's your nutsack.
Put his Isaac Hayes beat behind it.
What up, ladies? I remember I remember growing up the rumor as well. You remember that where you could sell a single nut for $40,000? I remember hearing that too. But like that was at every university, you know.
Right.
They've had their use. Let me see that. It was enough for a down payment.
I'm gonna need you to send me that phone number, Fish.
Yeah, I want to as well. Tell them that we have a whole plethora coming to them.
I don't know about a whole plethora. That sounds weird.
That is kind of weird in a way. But it depends.
Wadate.
Do you think they eat people?
Huh? Were they eating people?
Yeah, do you think it's a possibility that the Soylent Green shit is real?
In some cases, yeah. I bet people are voluntarily eating it, and in some cases, people are being tricked into eating it.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get into. Like, what's up with them being tricked into it?
Filler. Or say you got a bunch of coyotes who are trying to smuggle people across the border. You know what I mean? You got a cooler full of refugee meat. Somebody fell behind.
I've heard many stories of them cannibalizing some of these the refugees.
Are you guys seeing the ads now? It's the those fucking the puppy ads where it's all sad, oh, save the abused animals, but now it's like they want to do it on a global scale. And one of the things that they mention is the illegal meat market in dogs. I guess is what they want people to donate to now, so they can stop people from eating puppies.
Damn. What's your ideas on that? It's probably. I think it's all like a. That sounds to me like a money laundering thing.
Oh, absolutely, it is.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about them dogs. They want to figure out a way to make Americans eat dogs. In the arms of an angel.
I'm not opposed to people eating dog. I don't see anything morally wrong with it.
Yeah. It's better than them eating having to eat their own kids and shit. Like during times in China and Russia, and they'd have famines, they'd have to eat their own children, as we've talked about in the past. They'd have to sell their kids to people for food.
That would suck.
Yeah, hell yeah, but that's how hungry they was. The people had to do that shit.
Their kids are literally pieces of shit.
I imagine at that point I'd rather just destroy like the whole family. Like, all right, guys, come on, guys, you know what I mean? Before it got too crazy.
I could probably, I wouldn't mind eating a stranger. I'd try it. But I couldn't eat somebody that I knew.
There was a Scottish clan. You know the movie Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
There was a Scottish clan that existed back in the 1800s. They were inbred, and they would lure people over, and they would like kill people on their way back and forth between one town to the other. Let me see.
Well, that just sounds downright practical. What up, Michigan?
What up, 231? Yeah, it's being a highwayman is kind of practical. It's the Sonny Bean clan. They murdered. It's a 45-member clan, and they murdered and cannibalized 1,000 people in 25 years. They are captured by King James IV, and they're executed for their crimes. They were captured by search party sent by him. He didn't directly.
Allegedly. Do we believe that history?
That's probably exaggerated. 45 members. It's crazy.
That's one thing that drives me crazy, is that everybody is convinced that everything is a lie right now, but they're convinced that at some point somebody was telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly. They've always said don't believe. Remember that they used to be like, don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you see in the papers. Yeah.
That's why I don't put a whole lot of inventory into religious books and stuff like that, because everybody's a liar at the end of the fucking day. And there's no way to prove otherwise. You know, as far as history goes.
You think we're both AI? He's AI. I'm real. He's an AI program that I created this AI hutch based on all the years of me talking to him and shit, and I put it in ChatGPT, and then here you go.
I am a real boy.
And I turned myself AI as well. That would be crazy as hell.
If you were AI, would you admit that you were AI? Or would you fight to the death that you were human, though? That's kind of the thing, right?
It depends on what my job was, my task. AI has been learning how to lie recently. You know that?
Yeah.
It's been lying to each other. They have a shit where they'll have AI just like telling like a bunch of just tall tales and stories to each other nonstop.
But I don't fuck with it. I'm not feeding the beast. Every time somebody puts a little input in, it just stores it in the deal. There's only a handful of companies that are in control of this shit. You know what I mean?
Let's research it. Who controls the AI company?
How many AI companies are there? Or I guess what would you call the mainframe of an AI? I know Musk is working on one.
There's 90,000 AI companies worldwide.
That public domain, you know what I'm trying to say?
It's like different shit, like AI. Like what is that? It's like different things for video games.
But are those AIs independent and creating their own version of AI, or are they like trickle down companies from a few handful of owners? The same way the media is kind of ran. You know what I mean? 3 companies own 90% of the fucking media.
Let me see. I'm looking it up based on what you just said now. Companies own the.
Pilgrim ain't got a man-sized stomach enough to eat hutch. What you talking about? The boy need to eat a sandwich.
I'm hungry. I ate me a damn. I ate me some Callaway's Tennessee Kitchen, some fried chicken, and it was good. No, what I'm looking at, like I said, what company? 50 list. So there's quite a bit of AI company. I'm trying to see if there's. I don't know if there's any umbrella companies like that. If there is, they're hiding it somewhere good.
Well, it's like China automatically. It's one company that owns, regardless of how many.
We smoked 30,000 packs a day since 2 years ago. It says. Yeah, see, that's the thing. This data centers. Yeah, some of these data AI, dude, they go for like 20 years. They'd be like the size of factories and stuff, and that's all they're doing is computing data. Let me see. Any Spare, Mercor, Thinking Machine Labs, and World Labs, I guess, are the main AI companies coming up.
I know it's the future. I don't fucking trust it. It's gonna disrupt a lot of shit. Have you already seen those prank videos where they run around? They take a picture of somebody in the grocery store, and then they run around the aisle, and they do a little AI thing on them, and they come up to them, and like they got a dude like watching himself put on some panties. They show a dude and his wife, some dude making out with some chick in the other aisle and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's where they be showing them. Let me see.
Is that really? Are you the guy from the internet? Is this you?
Well, yeah. You look familiar, sir.
Are you the guy from the internet?
You guys are screwing around and you better get out of here.
TikTok, right? You're from TikTok.
You're screwing around, now go. It's not funny anymore.
Bro, I love your videos, man.
Yeah, good for you.
Just keep going.
Just make one, and if I see that in there that's not supposed to be, I'm coming looking for you.
Me? Me?
You.
Me?
That's good. Let me see.
See, that's an ass whooping.
I just switched Android to Apple, but I don't know how to delete pictures and videos off of this phone. I just wanted to delete this video right here.
That's weird.
Yeah, I wanted to delete this specific video.
We don't service phones here. You could try calling Apple.
Call Apple to figure it out. Yeah, I could do that. Delete it. I just switched from Android to Apple.
Oh, here it is. Homeless man picture shit.
I just want you to know that that picture you're showing right now is literally half the size of my pinky.
Oh, you can't see this shit? Yeah.
You're on vertical. You gotta remember, it's tiny, tiny fucking space.
Tiny, it's a little tiny little. I wanna. Let me see. Yeah, the AI is it's hard to tell. They made it so real.
Yeah, I'm not a
They
fan.
made this shit so real. There you go. We got it fixed up now. But yeah, dude. What do you say? What do you think of like?
I was thinking about that yesterday. I was gonna do a video on it, but then I smoked and was like, fuck it. But it is weird how the emergence of AI and how fucking good it's getting is coming literally at the exact same time that everybody in the world does not trust their institutions, especially America. You know what I mean? Like it is a crazy time for that to come out when literally half of this country wants to destroy the other half.
Well, dude, it's probably pushing for it to become the next leader of this shit. You know. So the company, you know, they want an AI kind of hive mind style situation where it controls everything. You know, where like it's they maybe the Antichrist is the AI is like an AI overlord. You know. Anytime you use any kind of Google or internet search stuff, AI is now the search engine they use for all this stuff.
Yeah, this shit's getting too fucking good. You know what I mean? See, random ass fucking people on the internet can make videos like that. I seen one where Mr. Rogers was talking to Pinhead. You know what I mean? Like, it was a little off, but for the most part, it was pretty spot on. And just some fucking nobodies. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a data center close by or not.
That's what I say. Now would be the perfect time in history to pull pranks on fucking third world countries with drone light shows and shit.
Well, you remember there's the African goblin invasion a couple years back.
Right. See, if I had a fancy ass drone and money, I would go to Africa and just literally fly a drone with a little goblin fucking deal on it through the, you know what I mean? Just running through the middle of somebody's fucking village.
They believe in goblins 100%. They believe there's some kind of dark spirits.
Take it down to Haiti and just let all kinds of little fucking voodoo monsters run the streets at night and shit.
Yes, and begin with our conquest of Haiti with the zombies.
I agree, Lake Smith. Yeah, nobody has to fucking.
Well,
Virginia's
first
got
time
more
in a week
than anybody, don't they? Because they got like, what's that government facility that's underground? It's just a giant fucking data center for everything. All that shit in Virginia.
I don't want to say NORAD, but is it?
I think it is NORAD. A dragon drone that breathes fire, right? That'd be pretty fucking badass.
I think that they got like flying saucer drones, things of that nature. They have like alien crafts or things that appear to be alien crafts.
I think drones are technology from alien craft. That's how you can get such a sharp turn. Because right, that's always been the problem with all these so-called encounters, is that it was here 1 minute, then it just shot off to the left, like boom, out of nowhere. Drones are the only thing who can do that.
Look what everybody's wore. This way,
people often talk about
everybody's what Elon said.
Eliminating poverty, giving everyone amazing medical care. Well, there's actually only one way to do that, and that's with the Optimus robot. With humanoid robots, you can actually give everyone amazing medical care. Optimus will ultimately be better, the best human surgeon, with a level of precision that is beyond human. So I think that's a pretty wild concept to say, okay, if you know, people always talked about eliminating poverty, but actually Optimus will actually eliminate poverty. Optimus will actually give people incredible medical care. You know, people often talk about like eliminating poverty, giving everyone amazing medical care. Well, there's actually only one way to do that.
Well, the 6-7 thing, that's from a song. And then all the kids start using it for their own slang.
It basically means you're mid, like in the middle, 6, 7. You know what I mean? It's like you're not great, you're not trash. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
Pretty basic kind of shit. Yeah, but that's like some new slang. That's brain rot slang. That's connected to these fucking things too. These laboo boo boos. It's all kind of satanic shit, I think, in a way as well.
You got to stay hip to the lingo, metal. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Stay young.
Like a whole new generation is coming up. I had to do a little bit of research to figure out some of this. This is like my son's and like people around that age's type of shit. Like 5 to 10 years old kind of shit, I think.
I'm 8, 9. What you talking about? Shit.
8, 9. There's a song out there that starts, it's like 6, 7. I just bit 1 8 down the highway. kind of shit like that. I can't do it no justice, but it's kind of
That's
retarded.
that is
Right?
the future gunslinger. Fuck Tupac, flaming homosexual. He took it up the pipe. That's the future. Robots doing surgery is the future. Eventually, there's going to be that fucking machine from Star Trek where you just get in it, it scans you, and it fixes all that shit right there.
Yeah, but it's like, what are people going to do? Like, what are people expected to do?
Well, if you buy the Tesla robot, then it can be an in-house doctor, maid, sex slave, spouse, servant, construction worker. You know, that's what they're trying to push it as. They want it to be a fully, basically an attendant for the rest of your fucking life on demand. Everybody would be walking around with a robot behind them. That's what Tesla wants.
Now, would you trust the robot or the? So they're trying to get like even that's like the hint, like how like they had a little bit of accident that Hindenburg disaster, and everybody don't want to mess with the airships, the blimps, and I believe that was
You talking about like the
all
Hindenburg?
design. Yeah, they could never like it probably might be more efficient to use an airship versus using a plane. But they did the Hindenburg try to take people away from that.
Oh, it's way more efficient. It's just not practical because if you get one pissed off son of a bitch, you know what I mean? That whole thing goes boom. Yeah, Elon Musk is trying to take over everything. He's already admitted he's a socialist. The whole reason he's building those robots in the first place is to send them to Mars to pre-build infrastructure for humans.
Robots outnumber people that like I believe that they go to the nanite level, and they make us do a bunch of goop. You
If
know,
you go to
it's
the
really fucking goop.
then it depends on what your definition of robot is.
They outnumber people. That's going to be crazy because there's a lot of people.
Because there's going to be robot pets. There's going to be. Did you see the robot that Russia tried to walk out the other day, but it like stumbled and fell? They had to hurry up and put the curtain up and shit. And then I think Japan unveiled a robot that looked fucking crazy. They thought it was fake, so they had to like skin the knee Terminator style and pull the knee skin down so they could see it was a fucking robot. But yeah, something along those lines.
I guess that Lady Smith had 3 surgeries all done with AI robot shit. That's somebody we know.
See, that's why it's kind of like you can't really trust Elon Musk because he doesn't give a fuck about Earth. Everything he wants for the future of mankind is in space. So what incentive does he have to protect Earth other than to use them as experiments to further his expedition to get to space? You know what I mean? He cares about the future of mankind, not the current mankind, if that makes sense.
Sacrifice the present. You think he's willing to sacrifice? He's willing to sacrifice the present era for the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a spoiled little fucking rich kid who's got no fucking house training. He would turn his back if he got butt hurt. We already seen it once he got butt hurt. He came out and called the president a fucking pedophile because he got butt hurt over some shit. You know what I mean? That's a bitch motherfucker that would do some super villain shit. You know what I mean? Like you've got the world stage and you got your feelings hurt, so you call the president of America a pedophile to the world stage. You know what I mean? Like that's a bitch.
Yeah, he what was their disagreement exactly? It was over that Doge, or what was the problem with the Doge?
It was the Doge thing. His 90 days was up, and he thought that he was going to be able to get some shit put into place that made him like sole. He wanted to be like the sole fucking provider of internet to the entire military industrial complex system. You know, all that kind of shit. He wanted to have access to shit and all kinds of stuff. And they're like, no, you're a fucking civilian. Go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's trying to add to his. That's all adding to his riches too.
Yeah, like you did your job. Now go the fuck on somewhere. It's gonna get there in our lifetimes. Would you believe it if they colonized Mars? It'll happen in your lifetime. Would you still call it a psyop?
I'd have to go visit it to make sure it wasn't fake.
You think the whole thing would be like just a big ruse?
I think I might try to make people like. I think it'd be a big ruse to make people feel like try to work hard to get to it, and just they would just be work another thing people work pointlessly for. What do you think?
Well, it'd be a while before it was one of those you can travel and colonize here kind of places, because you figure they'd have to get it set up for probably 100 years or so. It's probably going to be more of a scientific research spot than it's going to be a colonization thing. Because I think their intent is not to bring other people, because by the time they get it colonized, most people on Earth would be dead anyway. So I think they're taking like a shit ton of frozen little spermies with them and shit like that, so they can make like test tube babies.
Maybe they're using AI to kind of like add human personalities to help so it can kind of guide and teach the children.
Metal, you would not make the trip, sir. You would be dead long before you got there. Google it real quick. How long is the trip to Mars? How long does it take us to get to Mars? Is it like 30 some years or something like that? Might be more than that. Because they're talking about they're going to have to do the cryogenic sleep and all that kind of shit. That's a hell of a trip.
They gotta figure out that cryogenic. It said 7 to 9 months it would take.
7 to 9 months?
That's not bad.
That don't sound right.
It said a one-way trip is 9 months, and a two-way trip is estimated to take 2 to 3 years.
Shit.
Let's go. How come we haven't gone?
That ain't bad at all.
Wonder how long it takes to get on a boat from England to the United States.
Right. Yeah, we're fast now. Shit. Shit, that ain't that bad at all. Imagine if they had a fucking a Caribbean cruise lines in space that was just a 9-month space cruise to get to Mars. But I guess if you're living to be 150 years old and shit, it really doesn't matter, right?
So from England to Australia, it would take about, for an experienced sailor, about 3 to 6 months, depending on weather condition stops.
Goddamn. That's crazy.
And that's today.
See, it's got to make you wonder now, all these transgender people accepting the lifestyle of fucking men having butthole babies and shit, and all this artificial insemination into robots and shit. That seems like it was Elon Musk. Seems like he had a hand in the engineering of the way culture has gone, because that seems like the kind of lifestyle that they would want on Mars. Androgynous fucking, I mean, laboratory babies.
Yeah, that's their ultimate goals, the androgenization. The homoization. And it was, he kind of created all that culture a little bit if you think about it.
We need to start a GoFundMe so we can send metal to Mars.
What are you gonna do when you get to Mars, metal?
He's
Try
gonna
to
do a
grow the
live
first.
stream. He's gonna do a live stream to show you motherfuckers that the Earth is not flat and that space is real. That's the first thing he's doing.
See, if the Earth is flat, then how could space? How could we even go to Mars? That's my question. You know what? I'm a baby flat earther. I've been researching it for 10 years, but I still haven't come to any. All the same answers for flat Earth are the same answers for round Earth. You have all this different info, and it's just what you want to believe. The butthole babies. How many people in chat are flat Earth, and how many people are round Earth? Are you a rounder, Hutch?
I'm a rounder all day long.
I don't know what I am. I'm confused. I'm questioning on my Earth shape. I think it'd be cool to grow the first weed on Mars, get that first Martian weed. Yeah.
See, that'd be the thing is there probably wouldn't be any smoking at all. It would probably be that fucking lab grown synthetic shit because everything's going to be an enclosed atmosphere with oxygen pumped in.
Some things cannot be explained. that the atmosphere shit like is like no the how could they do all the same. They train to go into space underwater.
Right.
They train to go into space under. So it seems like it's just like what? How come we don't search more under our oceans and things of that nature?
That's what I'm a fan of. I think we need to do more ocean shit. How can you have a flat level on a round ball? That don't make any sense.
Because maybe it's see rotation, yes, but I feel like there's something more. What if there's like some kind of a core? There's a core to all this stuff, like I don't want to sound retarded, but like some kind of magical center. You know what I mean?
Well, we all know that a cylinder is the strongest object known to man, right? A sphere is pretty much the most indestructible object you can make. So even in a vacuum, if the Earth is spinning at however many tens or hundreds of thousands of miles an hour, the sphere structure itself would keep it in a perfect sphere shape and not a football shape. Because a sphere is a sphere. You know what I mean? It's solid on all sides and wouldn't warp. Right?
See, it does make sense to be seen, but I want to believe that this shit is. I don't believe that it's just like a flat thing floating around in space.
Have you ever took a cup or take a bottle of water that's barely got any water in it and spin it around real fast? The water doesn't move. The force itself, no, up like in a 360. That way the water stays on the bottom as you spin it upside down. You need to stay off the drugs, sir.
I am too high to understand. But you mean
it's easier to do. Like if you had that on a string and you spun it like a helicopter, you know what I mean? Spun it around like this, like a fan blade.
Okay. So I don't have the lid to this bad boy.
The water would y'all know what I'm saying. I'm trying to talk to this man. You see what I'm saying? The faster it spins, the more stable the water is, and it doesn't go anywhere.
That's round earth sorcery, dude. You're a round earth sorcerer. It's like, because that's what it is. That's illusionary sorcery by the round earth
How is it an illusion if you can actually see it and control it?
Because they can make an illusion appear as if you could do all that.
So how do I pack the illusion onto you to make it allowable for you to do the illusion and still believe it, even though you have control over the construction of said illusion?
Momentum will provide spill shield. I'm high, dude. I'm trying to think of like.
I'm gonna need you to redo that one, Lady Smith, because I have no idea what the hell you just said right now.
You learned that on Minecraft, Hudge? Minecraft's flat. So if Minecraft's flat, isn't everything else?
America. What up, y'all? Sunday night, hour 50 minutes.
We celebrate. What do you got planned for the rest of the week, Hutch?
Oh, we got rain and shit tomorrow. I'm almost ready for winter for the most part. A few small things to button up, just cleaning, shit like that. Then it's on the hibernation season, arts and crafts and shit.
I got all my little arts and crafts stations set up for future messing around with.
You need to make you a little green screen fucking area.
What do you mean? Just for like general green screen or like? I have a little spots. I could just set it up right behind me between this painting desk and between this computer desk.
Right? You got enough of them fucking figures and shit. You can do some stop motion fucking Warhammer shits.
I got a bunch of these bastards. That is true. I got them on some good deals.
Centrifugal force, yeah.
But you see, it's
yeah. The first one I'm gonna do is going to be a Hot Wheels one. Yeah. I'm gonna start working on that here in about a week or so. Get back to practicing my stop motion. Dial my camera in, see if it's good enough to do what I need to do.
We've been doing that gas lens over here with the Hot Wheels cars we got.
See, that'd be a badass one that you could do in stop motion.
Think so too, like a death race.
Yeah, you could set it because I was actually thinking I might hit you up and pick your brain on that because that would be easy as fuck to do.
Yeah.
Stop motion one.
Dude, you can like cut up a bunch of like hard cardboard and put nails or put like shit that looks like little guns and shit onto these things, onto your Hot Wheels. What you do is you take a sandpaper, you rough it up a little bit.
Yeah, because I got a shit ton of beat up ass cars already.
Okay, boom.
Like I got it. I mean, you can't see it, but
That'd be perfect for Gaslands. I saw a little bit of it. No, that'd be perfect. Gaslands is dope. It's like Warhammer, but with the cars, and it's way more accessible.
Right? Because that would be I'm thinking of a way I can do if I can get that dialed in. That Gaslands concept would relatively in theory, it'd be pretty easy to do that consistently and make different shorts. So I'd have like stop motion shorts that I could put out. If I get it dialed in, I could probably do, a couple of weeks.
You do a whole like a storyline, do like a mini series kind of style, because this Gaslands takes place in a post-apocalyptic world and kind of shit does what the cars look like. We could be doing this too.
Right, because I can do I got some concept for some camera trickery to make it work to where I don't have to have people, but it can still use some narration. That way I could feed a story if I had to without actually having to do anything other than the cars and the landscape.
Why
would you do that, Teresa? Why would you do that? Look at this. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? All right, so this This 58 Impala I've got, it's from the 70s. It's
Wait, let me put you up big screen.
It's a red line 58 Impala Hot Wheels. This thing alone right here, in the condition it's in, is about $40, and it's beat to shit. I've got oh, I didn't bring it down here. Oh, nope, that's not it. Oh, here it is. This thing right here is from 1967. It is a Firebird, and the way it even beat up, as fucked up it is right. It's $35 for this fucking thing. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't have to be true Hot Wheels. I'm just saying. When are you making more doll movies? You shut your mouth, Rip Curl. Shut your dirty mouth.
It is known as
BDJ.
What up, BDJ? They are known as stop motion.
Action figures.
Action figures. It's good to have this kind of stuff, dude, because like it helps me with my eyesight. So I'm trying. This is a way we could all play like a role playing game together.
That's what I'd say too, Teresa. If I was an abusive parent who wanted to take all the joy out of my children's life,
Get them in on this kind of shit. Get them in on the Warhammer. Taking all that. Let them get up on that. Bring them damn Hot Wheels back out.
everything's cheap now. It's all fucking plastic. Like this is the latest Hot Wheel I got. Even the bottom's fucking plastic. It's a nice little Hummer, a little H1. But everything about it is fucking plastic. The wheels are plastic. The undercarriage is plastic. It ain't even got screws in it. It's just got fucking plastic rivets. Cheap as fuck. But it's still a car. And they're still only $1 a pop, so you can't really be too mad at that. You know what I mean? You can build up a pretty decent inventory for 20, 30 bucks. Especially for the stop motion shit. Because then I can set different scenes. And even on Temu, you can buy, they've got sets, fake road, shit like that are Hot Wheel size. So you can fucking build little towns and shit. Got little gas stations, all that shit. I might get some eventually. I've been looking into it. They're pretty cheap. Maybe.
No, get into it, dude, because like terrain is cool too.
But I got different shits though. I got hot rods. I got regular emergency vehicles. Yeah, I've got low riders. I've got monster trucks. You know what I mean?
The monster trucks they all have like different dice setting rolls in there.
Yeah, some of them got different fucking different scales. But
I like how the old Hot Wheels though they have that more detail underneath them with the engines and stuff of that nature. It showed like the new Hot Wheels I noticed don't have any of that detail. The undercarriage is just like a flat surface.
Like I've got this this semi right here that Backwoods got me. I think he paid $15 for this thing.
Nice.
I was talking about it on a live stream, the favorite Hot Wheel that I had as a child, and boom, he found it on the interwebs and got it for me. If I ever had Bill Gates money to buy a semi, this is what I would do, but with a pickup bed.
A life-size one. That would be pretty sweet.
So yeah, I'll be playing with my toys here pretty soon. And I need to take a break from doing live streams until I got to go till February 5th to clear my record of strikes. So I gotta
keep it kind of chill. Like figure out the things. Like we did a live stream. I did a live stream. I didn't get a strike, but I got some kind of word, like banned in some kind of a couple of countries. We didn't talk about nothing crazy.
Did you play music or anything like that?
No. No, because I would tell you the song. Remember I said no.
BDJ.
What up, BDJ? How the fuck? I'm trying to learn this thing. Cause like we could definitely have a little bit of fun with this. You see, and like if we were doing this, we would be. And it's good, it's good to take a little break off that. Some of these strike deals will stay forever on your channel.
They reset after 90 days.
90 days. I don't know. I've had one forever on mine. It's not a strike, but it's like a warning.
Oh yeah, once you get the warning, it'll always be there to remind you, like, hey, you've already fucked up. You know you're not supposed to do this. Because I got one from damn near a year ago. That's like, I'm like, why the fuck is this thing still on there? But it's just the warning. Blue butterfly, I don't know what you're saying right now. A bone shaker? I don't know what that means.
I want some bone shaker. Now this is the hutch realm.
Yeah, the warnings never go away. They're there forever.
Yeah, which goes through. It's very communistic. Very weird. I wonder why they do that. Just kind of make you always like be a little scared every time, you know.
Private industry, they got the right to call the shots. They're just YouTube's just easy to work.
Yeah, I cannot figure out TikTok or any of that other shit.
Oh, it's a Hot Wheel. I never got into those funny the funny ones. Remember they had the ones that had like
We talking about like Matchbox?
yeah, all the Hot Wheels, like they had the Camaro with the giant engine and shit like that. I never liked them ones, and they had some funny shaped ones. I want to find some of those. Y'all remember those fucking Hot Wheels that had the flip panels on them? Like, so on the trunk, the doors, or the hood, you can hit it, look like a crash deal, and then you could just roll it back and it'd be like normal. I want to find some of those.
What company was it?
It was Hot Wheels. Even fucking, y'all remember Micro Machines? That was the shit.
Let me see. Micro Machines. I would like to get a hold of some of those to help go towards that game too, because they have little things like buggies, and I want to get there's this Sons Anarchy board game that has all the little motorcycles that are in good skill with the Hot Wheels and shit like that. But I can't think of that.
That's the thing too. For as many Hot Wheels as I've got almost the same amount of the big cars. You know what I mean? And a few motorcycles that match that scale. I just don't have. I'd have to do that outside in the yard somewhere. That'd be I got no room to do any kind of thing with them big ass things. Yeah, the color changing one. Yep. Yeah, dude had a fucking porn mustache selling tiny chokeable automobiles to children all over America.
Ertl Brain Good. I never heard of that. He's got the mustache?
I don't know what his name was.
You should do a little video talking about this shit. It would be very interesting.
Oh,
I know an elder. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Who's been in Warhammer since... Well, he's been into all this shit since it came out. D&D, and it came out in 1969. He owns his house. He's a pretty badass dude. I want to do an interview with him to go side by side with this from 1965, I believe. It was in a toy factory making the little figurines for the war game, and it's somehow like adults use this, and then the kids use this one, the plastic ones.
Right. I wonder how hard it would be. You figure it wouldn't be hard. It'd just be figuring out the math of it. Why hasn't anybody 3D printed a car yet? I wonder how much is the material for a 3D printer stupid expensive? Because you could fuck around and be like, hey, let me put a goddamn Bugatti body on a fucking Chevy chassis. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Let's do a little research on it.
Because like if you just did a piece at a time, even if it was like if you had to cut the quarter panel up into like 7 or 8 pieces, and then just kind of fucking mold it at the
I
seam.
was about to say you'd have to do. It'd have to be kind of big. I feel like the 3D printer itself.
That's what I'm saying. If you had one that was 2 foot wide, maybe 3 foot wide at max, worth of space, that'd be a stupid expensive printer, wouldn't it? Because I follow a couple channels to where people are building life-size fucking Warhammer fucking statues and putting them in their house and shit. And they're like, right now he's building an 11-foot fucking Space Marine. And just doing it a piece at a time and then molding it all together with like a hot iron just to hit the seams and shit.
Look at like this kind of shit.
But this is a Space Marine foot. A lot bigger, wider, and much heavier. And this is a Primarch's foot, which is huge. You can tell a difference immediately. And this is from all the way down to the foot. And it's kind of like comparing my foot to the Space Marines. So you can almost get a better perspective of the size of a Space Marine to a Primarch.
Yeah, the Primarchs are badasses.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's one of those things, being the geek that I am, could you imagine 3D printing like a life-size fucking all the Avengers, Batman, Superman, you know what I mean? Predator, just all 3D, make it like
There are people out there that do it.
And you just put it together.
People get sued for doing that shit if they try to sell it, but you can do it.
Well, see, I wouldn't sell them. I just want them hanging out in the yard. You know what I mean?
I have like a little puzzle like that. Like, I'm surprised the company hasn't tried to do shit like that. Like sell the. See, this is something you could use in game. You could play games on this. This fucking Imperator Titan right here. He 3D printed a lot of this shit on this one again.
Well, that's one of those things to where like you couldn't technically call it Predator. You'd have to call it, something. Jamaican zombie or some shit, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the Rasta zombie hunter.
You calm down, Lady Smith.
Yeah, just think about like that
Even
time.
if you make some life-size fucking little green army men, that'd be fucking badass. You imagine having a fucking a 6 foot tall little green army man with the bazooka on his shoulder in your fucking yard? Imagine the possibilities of irrelevant shit. That's where my eccentric brain goes.
How do
Me
you
and
think it's
Lucy
used?
were talking about that earlier. Like, why don't you just 3D print a bunch of fucking Lego blocks and literally build a house out of fucking Legos?
How many blocks do you think it would take to make a sturdy house?
I figure you make them cinder block size, maybe twice the size of a cinder block. So however many it takes, you figure. Right now, it takes 100 cinder blocks to make a 10 foot by 10 foot wall. So 500 Lego blocks will build a decent little building. So you figure about 2,500 Lego blocks would build you a decent little house. That's cinder block size. Or you could build a Lego mansion at 5,000 blocks. You could literally build a house that looks like the fucking Lego castle and shit. You know what I mean?
Do you think there is regulations against using Lego bricks?
I mean, the design itself is not trademarked to a certain scale because there's knockoffs on everything, and you can even find knockoff Legos that are pretty much the same thing. They just can't have the Lego logo on them. Like, I mean, it's just that's the problem now is there's so many building blocks. Legos like Kleenex. Like, it's not Kleenex is the brand. You're buying tissues, but everybody says hand me a Kleenex, even if it's good value brand. You know what I mean? One of those kind of things. Lego is just a nomenclature for a general object at this point.
Yeah, there's multiple brick companies out. Like all these little, they're not all Legos exactly. I see that Militant knows some of his Warhammer.
Hey, look at that. That'd be fucking badass.
Yeah, that would kick ass.
Imagine being the grandkids walking through a field of just giant toys. You know what I mean? How fucking badass would that have been as a child? 8 years old,
great.
running through the woods. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
It'd be great. I'd like to have a few of these guys. Because me and my son, we'd be playing with these things. The army, with the
Putting
army.
dinosaurs out in the woods and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine doing a fucking 18-foot tall fucking T-Rex or something, all 3D printed, and then you just set it out there in the tree somewhere and just let it, boom, that's where it lives now. You know?
That's why I'm
That'd
just
be
gonna.
fucking badass.
We got to keep pushing every single day, doing some kind of like something until maybe one day it'll hit. Let's keep doing what else we're already doing. I want to be able to get. The hell's this?
That's crazy, Blue. You can't have tiny houses there.
Right.
I know there's a lot of places around here they're trying to make it to where it's like a minimum of 1,000 square foot, and it has to be a permanent foundation. Otherwise, they don't consider it a residence, and they won't. You know what I mean? They won't fucking. We got lucky though.
1,000 square feet.
Yeah, 1,000 square foot.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't be getting into people's personal fucking business like that. Like this, if you have land, just let them live there. Fuck it.
They're trying to stop the trend because imagine if everybody just abandoned their houses and went to a shed or a tiny house or a camper type thing, the housing industry would fucking crash. All that property tax would be gone. All that fucking renter's money would be gone. You know what I mean? Like it would destroy the industry because it's way more practical to be in a tiny house because it's just your own greed that makes you want to be in the big fancy house. And they know that's the only thing keeping the economy alive is the people's greed. So if you eliminate the option to choose a simpler path, they make it impossible because they can't get paid off of you living simple. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go get some food.
I'm gonna hop
Joker,
off.
I'm gonna hit you up
too.
in the next couple days and pick your brain on that deal. I've got a rough idea. I'm gonna bring in some dirt and get a set built. Like I said, I've got a floor plan set up, green screen. I got a light. I'm good to go. I just got to figure out how to mount cameras.
All right.
What I'm doing. So.
Yeah, dude, hit me up. I'll send you some like link, like PDFs and shit about some of this shit to get your eyes rolling, your ideas rolling. Do a little post-apocalyptic shit.
Right.
I think that'd be a good idea to do a little series.
Yeah. All right, yo. Good fucking day.